Well, at the age of 83, German-born, once South African-based award-winning photographer Jürgen Schadeberg is still making headlines through his work in different parts of the world. On Tuesday, the lensman was at the International Center of Photography in New York for the 2014 Infinity Awards to receive his Cornell Cup Lifetime Achievement Award. Next week, Tuesday, Schadeberg's photo of Dolly Rathebe, which is expected to take between 50,000 rands and 100,000 rands, will go on auction along with a few other of his pictures in Johannesburg. Now, to tell us some more about the auction and Jürgen Schadeberg is Anton Welz of Stephan Welz & Co. Anton, good morning. Welcome to Morning Live.
Thanks very much for having me.
This particular picture that we're talking about,
yes.
Why is it worth so much?
I think it sounds like a lot of money, but it's in relation to what Schadeberg's work has fetched, it's not that expensive.
Yeah.
It's probably important because I think it's a beautiful portrait. I really think it's a stunning portrait of Dolly. So it's signed by Schadeberg. It's hand printed. It's not a digital print. There are a lot of things that add value to his work, and that's probably one of them.
All right. And what would you say made Jürgen such a leading photographer, and with his accolades all these years?
Okay. Interesting thing about Schadeberg. He arrived here leaving post-war Germany in 1951 and joined.
Is this the picture that we're talking about?
That's the
yes,
that's
the one. Okay.
And he found South Africa living in two different societies. So he began to record what he saw in South Africa at the time. So he didn't take the photographs from an artistic point of view, he took it from a journalism point of view. And they've suddenly become very collectible, and they've become art. And he photographed Mandela extensively through the 50s. His picture of Mandela in the law office, the Tambo Mandela law office, is the only picture of that law office. And he's become well known because of the quality of his work and the enduring quality of the work.
I mean, he just walked away with a Cornell Cup Lifetime Achievement Award. What is the weight of an award such as this for somebody as renowned as Jürgen?
That's like the Oscars of photography.
Yeah.
Annie Leibovitz has received one of those. There are a number of really internationally leading photographers who've received that Lifetime Achievement Award, and I think it's great that Jürgen's got the recognition. Okay,
what other pictures by Schadeberg are going on auction next week? Tell us a bit about the background of the auction, and then what other pictures are there?
Auction is on Tuesday evening. It starts, I think, at 6 or 6:30 at our new offices in Mandela Square. There are two other Schadeberg pictures. One of Mandela, Trees in Trial 1958, climbing the steps of the court. Great smile on his face. It's one of the you use the word iconic too often, but it's a great picture of Mandela. Yeah. And the other one is the law office of Mandela in the law office. The last time we sold one of those, I think it did 65,000. And great pictures. I think Jürgen, having achieved the Lifetime Achievement Award, adds value to the photographs.
The last time Schadeberg, a picture of him went under the hammer, it was estimated to take between 70,000 and 90,000, but sold 190,000. Yes. How do you think this one will go?
That one was interesting because it was signed both by Mandela and by Schadeberg. So rare because of Mandela's signature having been on the picture as well as Schadeberg's. I would think these pictures should certainly do the estimate of what we've put on them. I don't see why it should do any less.
Yeah. How much are we talking about here?
I would like to see these pictures do somewhere in the region of 80,000. I would think would be reasonable value for works of that nature. Yeah.
I mean, in this day and age where technology allows people to reprint images, why would anyone pay that much money for a picture?
Yeah, it's amazing. I think photography has become a lot more popular because of the selfie and the cell phone, and it's taken off. So there's a lot more interest in photography, but that's digital imaging. Jürgen's work is old school, printed from negatives, hand printed in the darkroom. It's an art form, and that's probably where it is.
And there was a time when auctions and the economy were working hand in hand. When the economy was down, auctions weren't doing so well. How are we doing?
Pretty much the same, I would think. Although it's interesting, the art market follows the stock market in terms of trends, so the lines are pretty much the same. The stock market is flying, so the art market should be doing reasonably well. But different pockets of things are doing well, and I think there's a growing interest in photography. So I expect photography as a collectible to grow and become more valuable.
How do we make sure that we have future Jürgens in this country? I mean, he's just an amazing photographer, and it seems the digital age as well is sort of taking over. And like you said, he took pictures from a journalistic point of view. When do we start grooming future Jürgens?
There are a lot of great photographers. Jürgen was a great mentor.
Yeah.
I mean, he taught Peter Magubani when he was at Drum Magazine.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of great photographers, young photographers, still working here today. You think of the guys in the Bang Bang Club, those who are still here,
yes,
are still doing photography. I think Greg Marinovich is overseas at the moment. There are a couple of them, and they're great photography schools, and they're great young photographers coming out of the art schools. If you go and look at the Michaelis Art School in Cape Town, where I'm from, and see how strong the photography department is there, you'll see that there are lots and lots of very talented young photographers.
I mean, I think a couple of weeks ago we did an interview with somebody from your company regarding an Irma Stern that was going on sale.
Yes.
People like Irma Stern are sort of so timeless, and people keep buying Irma Sterns. What makes her work so timeless, and people like Jürgens? There's something about what they do that makes it, worth a buy.
I think it's an old mantra. Quality, whatever it is, will always retain its value. And that's probably the key to it. So Stern's work has taken off. 15 years ago, you could buy an Irma Stern for almost the same kind of money as you'd buy for a big piece of Cape furniture.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden her work took off. And she received incredible recognition. She sells well overseas. She's an internationally collectible artist. Same goes for somebody like Jürgen Schadeberg. And I think that's where it is. It's the quality of the work that makes it a collectible anywhere in the world.
All right, let's give details of Tuesday night.
Tuesday night, Mandela Square, 4th floor South Tower is where the auction takes place. We've brought in Charlie Ross, an auctioneer from England. He's been on the Antiques Roadshow. He's going to be doing the sale. It should be a lot of fun. Starting, I think, at 6 o'clock, and 212 odd lots, and the photographs are in there. Amongst them, jewelry, some furniture, some interesting collectible things, some really nice stuff.
All right, Anton, thank you so much for talking to us. Anton Welz speaking to us about the Cornell Kappa Lifetime Achievement Award recipient Jürgen Schadeberg, whose photographs will go under the hammer at the Stephan Welz & Co. Fine Art and Design auction on Tuesday. Speaking to us there is Anton Welz. Their website www.stephanwelzandco.co.za for more information on that auction. On your screen now, some of the pictures that will go under the hammer on Tuesday night. Let's take a night break. Stay with us. Thanks, Anton.